So if I was to redo everything, start from scratch today, how would I do it? This is a really loaded subject, and I very recently did a video on exactly this, but it was like almost a year ago, and honestly, I've changed my mind about a lot of different things. As you go along this journey, as you go along your beat-making journey, music production, working with artists, or just YouTube, if that's what you're doing, it's all a very similar journey. And as I've gone along, I've learned so many different things about myself, about other people, and about the things that I would actually change if I started again from scratch. I know that I am the worst person to take advice from because I can't think of a mistake that I didn't make. But because I made so many mistakes and because the growth of this channel was so slow, I think that I could definitely help you avoid some pitfalls that you might run into when it comes to this journey that you're on, because it's a pretty big journey, and it's really important to you because like you're hoping that this can possibly be your life one day. And I get it. Ooh, do I get it? So if I started, say you're watching this video and you just started. So you're super excited, right? And you're making all these beats, you're super proud of them. Here's the problem. Nobody gives a fuck. That's not even to be cold. Go into it accepting nobody cares. You have to make them care. So in order to make them care, you have to be in the frame. Like you have to put out videos. And unlike BusyWorks Beats, I don't agree. They can be entertainment. You don't always have to offer value. So if you're just sitting there offering value all the damn time, and that's all you do, who gives a shit about your beats? If you're showing people how to make beats, they are looking to make beats. They're not going to go lease yours. So get into entertainment. If you're actually looking to work with artists, get into entertainment, because entertainment appeals to both artists and producers. Trust me on this. You're not going to get a producer learning how to use FL to buy your beats. Trust me. He probably doesn't rap, and even if he does, he's not going to buy yours. He's going to use his own. Doesn't make sense. It truly doesn't. If you want to offer value, if you want to go ahead and go the tutorial route, just understand that you're not actually funneling any of these people to your BeatStars. So I'm at a point in my channel where I'm not even looking to do that, because I started to aim for producers, and I understand that like not one person that watches my channel is probably ever going to lease one of my beats. On the BeatStars side of things, I've been pretty lucky because I've been able to lease, and that's because my catalog is as big as it is. But if you have a very small catalog and you're really trying to funnel people over there, don't do instructional content for producers. BusyWorks Beats wants to keep pushing this. It doesn't make sense. That's like, I can't even think of an equivalent. Just don't. They're not looking for your beats. BusyWorks Beats is bigger. He doesn't always know better. You're going to get depressed. You're going to go through a lot of stages, because when you realize that nobody's really listening to your stuff, not even people that are close to you are really listening to your stuff, and that really sucks. And I feel for you because I went through it too. But you still got to keep going, because eventually you're going to find a group of people that are super into your stuff and super into what you're doing. It all has to do with the fact that if you are working at Subway, say you're working as a train conductor, say you're a construction worker, whatever it is that you do, people know you as that. So now you're making beats and you expect people to change their view of you. They won't. You're still going to be that laboratory guy, the doctor guy, the train conductor, the subway guy, whatever. And that's okay, because they're not your market. So remember, your market is not your family and friends. It's not your coworkers, not your kids. That's not your market. They're not going to buy your beat. What you're going for is out there, is totally different, and there's a crowd for you out there. You just got to kind of go out and find it. Which brings me to the next thing, going out and finding it. This is my whole thing. If I could go back and talk to myself, I would stop going to look for people that were going to give me money. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody wants to be hit up with sales pitches. No one. No one wants to go into their Instagram DMs to see a fucking sales pitch. Nobody wants to do that. People want to go into their Instagram DMs to like chat, network, do things like that. They are not looking for a bunch of salesmen trying to market their beats, especially considering like people who make beats, music producers, what have you. There are different skill levels, right? So maybe if I hit up T-Pain with a sales pitch, first of all, it wouldn't get a second look. But even if it did, he would go into my beats and he wouldn't use those. I mean, he's working with pretty big producers. Picture this on a smaller scale. So you're a producer that's been producing for like a month and you're like hitting up all these people on Instagram. Like, it's part of the problem because they're not going to use your beat unless like you're really, really good. But after a month, probably won't be. And I know it sucks, but I've tried to learn specific instruments and like I'm not good at them. So I wouldn't market, services about teaching somebody how to play guitar when I can't play guitar. And a lot of people on YouTube are marketing services that they don't know how to do it either. So just be aware of that. Just be aware that there's a lot of charlatans around, and be aware that there's a lot of sales pitches that are going out from people that are not ready, and don't be one of those people. The thing is, keep producing, keep getting better, get as good as you can, really build that catalog up. Keep that stuff on BeatStars. If you want to go on YouTube, start your type beat channel, separate them. Which brings me into my next point. I wish I would have separated my type beats from the videos that I was on camera for, because mixing the two, in my case specifically, take it with a grain of salt. Some people can make it work. Even DJ Pain 1, he gets a bunch of views on the videos that he's in, no views on the type beats. I mean, very little views comparatively. And if he doesn't think that that's hurting his reach, he is delusional, because it's hurting it a lot. There are so many things that I could talk about that I would do differently. But you are on your own journey. You're the captain of your own ship. And here's the thing. Go with your gut. Go with your intuition. Don't listen to a damn thing that any of us say about how you can grow. But just keep my tips in mind, because some people do run into pitfalls that you might find yourself running into. Another thing that's really, really important is find a support system. It can be online. Not everything needs to be in person. I wish everything was in person, but honestly, some of us live out in sticks. Like, some of us we have we're introverts. Like, there's a lot of different pieces there. But in general, if you can find a support group, some guys to talk to or girls to talk to, whatever, if you can find some people online that motivate you and that are on a similar path as you, ideally, if they're at a similar skill level as you are, you guys can really help each other out. And I have gotten so much value from the people that I've been able to talk to online. In person, I did actually run into one subscriber at a Chili's once, and that's pretty much the only time that I think I've ever actually run into somebody in person. But in general, most of your stuff is going to be online, and that's okay. But if you can get those in-person connections, do it. Have fun with what you're doing. Try to relax. Stay in the loop. Don't get depressed. I mean, easier said than done. And in general, it'll save you a lot of time.